You begin your life not in the embrace of your mother, but as a stranger in a foreign land, tucked within a reed-fringed nest that does not belong to your kind. You are an egg, smooth, speckled, and cunningly similar in color to the others surrounding you. But make no mistake, you are no ordinary hatchling. You are a common cuckoo, Cuculus canoris, and you are a professional impostor from the moment you're laid. Your mother, elusive and quick, never meets you. She surveys the nests of other birds, warblers, pipits, wagtails, then slips in during a fleeting moment, ejects one egg, and replaces it with you. A surgical act of deception honed by generations. The hosts, fooled by your disguise, incubate you lovingly, unaware of the little monster nestled among their own. You lie there, absorbing heat and betrayal in equal measure. When you hatch, often before the rightful children of the nest, your body is pink, blind, and trembling. But already instincts churn within you like a secret script. Survive at any cost. A life begins not with a warm family, but with theft and an inevitable act of betrayal. You emerge first, naked and sightless, yet charged with a mission as ancient as your species. Eliminate the competition. Though you can barely lift your own head, your back senses the presence of other eggs. A reflex takes over. You wriggle beneath one, arching like a slow-motion wrestler, then hoist it onto your back. With agonizing effort, you teeter, stumble, and finally hurl the egg over the nest's edge. Thud, one down. You repeat the act again and again until the nest is yours alone. You do not yet understand murder, but your biology does. Now, alone in the cradle, you cry. Loudly, relentlessly. The foster parents, deceived and dutiful, respond with insects, grubs, and caterpillars. You gape your gullet wide, flashing a bright orange-red mouth that acts like a bullseye target. Your appetite is astonishing. At just a few days old, you consume more than chicks twice your age. Your gut, short and efficient, churns the protein into explosive growth. Each hour brings transformation. Your skin tightens. Downy fluff emerges. Your neck muscles strengthen so you can demand more food, more attention, more life. The foster parents scramble. Your tiny bodies wear thin from your constant needs. Yet they persist, under the illusion that you are their child. Nature does not offer them a chance to question. Your cries mimic those of multiple chicks, so they feed you as if their mouths begged them. Threats remain. Crows circle. Snakes slither below, and rival cuckoos sometimes lay eggs in the same nest, igniting a slow-motion duel of eviction. But for now, you are victorious. You dominate the nest, grotesquely larger than your foster parents, like a lion cub raised by squirrels. At this stage, you are still blind to what you are. You respond to warmth, hunger, and light, not to identity. You are fed, safe, and growing. But somewhere deep within your bones, something stirs, a pull toward the sky. A code for flight, migration, and loneliness. You are a cuckoo, and you were born to go it alone. Your first meals are not hunted but delivered, with a frequency and volume that would shame any buffet. Plump green caterpillars, beetles with brittle shells, spiders bundled like snacks, all are shoved into your gaping maw. You don't yet chew. Your mouth is a tunnel, and your stomach a furnace. And what is stomach? Lined with acid-producing glands, your digestive tract is uniquely adapted to handle the toxic defenses of certain caterpillars that other chicks avoid. Some even still writhe as they slide down your throat. You burp occasionally. It's not polite, but it's survival. There is no ceremony to your feeding. The warbler pair hops back and forth, more obedient than loving, stuffing you without pause. Your crop, a stretchable food pouch, balloons by the hour, storing nutrition like a camel does water. But then comes a day when food slows. Perhaps the weather turns, or the insects thin out. Hunger introduces you to your first gnawing fear. Your belly empties, and with it, your strength. In a twist of nature's grim humor, you find yourself begging louder, thrashing your wings clumsily. You make bizarre, exaggerated noises. Your entire being becomes a performance. Loud, theatrical, desperate, and it works. The parents respond. They bring you a moth, still fluttering. For the first time, you feel it kick against your tongue. Instinct hesitates. gag, but the stomach knows its job. You swallow. The sensation is strange. Not just hunger fading, but power arriving. Protein surges through you. Muscles knit tighter, feathers grow faster. You are no longer a pink parasite. You are a growing predator in training. As digestion finishes, your cloaca, the all-in-one exit port for birds, expels a tidy white sac. Your foster mother picks it up and flings it away. Hygiene is, surprisingly, part of your deception. If predators sniff feces near the nest, your con might end early. You rest that night, belly round, feathers itchy. Full stomach makes the sky seem closer. You don't know it yet, but your time in this borrowed nest is nearing its end. Next, you'll face a new trial. Standing on the edge, looking down, and trusting invisible wings. Your body begins to betray the secrets of your species. The feathers that once appeared generic now lengthen with pointed precision. A sleek gray begins to shimmer along your back. Your wings, once stubs, stretch into spears of flight. The warbler parents seem perplexed. They tilt their heads when they look at you now. You're double their size, with golden eyes that glint with a knowing you shouldn't have. Your skeleton, made of lightweight hollow bones, continues to grow. Calcium floods your frame, even as your muscles thicken with twitching readiness. The tail lengthens, offering the balance and control that soaring demands. Your beak hardens, sharpening slightly. A subtle shift, but one that marks the beginning of independence. You preen obsessively. The oil gland near your tail secretes waterproofing that you smear along your feathers. It smells faintly musky, but it keeps the rain off your back. Your voice changes too. The cries that once mimicked for chicks now fall into silence. You're too big to fake it anymore. You sit at the nest's edge, staring into the vast world beyond, a stowaway about to disembark. And then a flutter, a slip, a fall. It's not flight yet, but it's air. Your wings beat frantically, heart racing. You crash into a shrub, feathers askew, dignity non-existent. But the instinct returns stronger. Again. This time, you lift for a second longer. Again. And then you're flying. The air catches beneath your body like an old friend you've never met. You waver, tilt, then stabilize. Your foster parents watch from below, confused and still dutiful. But you no longer need them. Other birds ignore you. You don't belong to their world. You don't belong to any world, really. You were never part of a flock. You are a solitary creature. And soon your body begins to prepare for a calling deeper than hunger or gravity. Migration. It begins with restlessness. An itch in your wings, a pull in your chest. The days shorten. You watch the sun set lower in the sky. You don't know where Africa is, but something in your blood does. You never imagined how cold a summer night could feel. One minute you're basking in the late sun, belly full of dragonflies, wings stretched wide. The next, the clouds roll in, and with them comes hunger. The insects disappear, winds rise. You shelter beneath reeds, trembling. Your feathers, though oiled and layered, are not yet thick enough for nights like this. You do not shiver. Birds can't. But your metabolism slows. Your heartbeat drops. You grow silent as hunger returns, this time without a remedy. You flap out at dawn, scanning for prey. A moth, perhaps. A beetle. Anything but your head spins. Your body feels too heavy. Wings like sacks of stones. You perch, barely. A hawk shrieks overhead. You freeze. Camouflage is your only defense now. The day stretches long. You close your eyes, and for a while, everything drifts. This is how it ends for many young cuckoos. Starved, grounded, forgotten, but luck favors the stubborn. A beetle stumbles near your perch, stupid and golden. Your beak strikes faster than thought. It crunches bitter and dry, but it is life. You swallow and wait. One meal won't save you, but it delays the end. And somehow, that's enough. By evening, you're flying again. Not high, not gracefully, but forward, your instincts whisper. Survive today. Tomorrow will take care of itself.
By the time you reach adulthood,
You have become a ghost. A sleek, elusive bird that most never see. Your feathers now wear the uniform of your species. Ash gray on the back, pale barred underside. and a tail that flares like a fan when you land. Your wings slice through the sky in silence. You're fast, alone, and always watching. Unlike songbirds, you have no territory to sing about. You claim no patch of land, no partner to build with. Your existence revolves around timing, cunning, and strategy. Other males like you exist, though rarely in the same space. You sometimes clash in the trees, flashing wings and calling in that two-note whistle your kind is known for. It sounds plaintive, but it's all performance. A lure for females. It's when you spot her, a female cuckoo, silent and measured, you give chase. Courtship is not tender. It's quick, instinctual, and often rough. There are no dances, no gifts. Just pursuit and acceptance. If she yields, you mate, briefly and efficiently. Your job is done. You part ways, both carrying the next stage of the con within you. But her role is far more complex now. She must find a nest. Not just any nest, but a perfect match. The right host species, the right egg color and size. She spies on other birds for hours, sometimes days, waiting for that brief moment when the mother bird leaves. Then she swoops in, lays her egg in seconds, and escapes before being noticed. It is you who gave her the seed, but she is the mastermind of deception. There is no family unit, no father-daughter bonding, no warm gathering of fledglings. You will never meet your offspring. You will never know if they hatched, survived, or even learned to fly. But your DNA spreads, quietly, cunningly, efficiently. And that, for a cuckoo, is success. Your work now is to stay hidden. Return south when the cold threatens. Feed well, fly far. Repeat your melody across the forest, echoing your presence into the void. Others may raise your children, but it is your blood they carry. You do not build nests. You do not gather twigs, nor do you wait in moonlight beside warm eggs. Your reproduction is a heist, and your partner is an accomplice. Once mating is over, the female slips into her own rhythm. You separate, perhaps forever. The bond was never about emotion. In the world of cuckoos, love is replaced by logistics. She charts a route like a master thief, casing banks. Warbler nests, pipits, dunnocks, each one carefully matched to her own egg type, a mimicry perfected through maternal lines. Your offspring will bear eggs nearly identical to the host's, not by accident but by evolutionary design. Each female cuckoo specializes in one host species, inheriting her mimicry blueprint from her mother. A stunning example of what biologists call a Gentile system, a lineage of deception. You hover nearby, watching her from a distance. She waits for the host mother to leave the nest, even for a few seconds. Then, in a blur of feathers, she lands. If there's an egg inside, she swallows it whole, or drops it with a flick of her beak. And then, in less than 10 seconds, she lays your shared egg. Soft and warm, still wet from her body, it nestles among the others. By the time the host returns, she's long gone. That is your legacy, not through rearing, but through trickery. You will never guard a chick, you will never feed one. But they will carry your sharp wings, your hunger for flight, your cry that mimics many. And they will, in time, do what you have done. One chick, one egg, planted in another life. You perch silently after the deed is done. Below, a warbler feeds what she believes is hers. You watch without malice. It is the only way you know. Nature chose a different script for you, not cruel, not kind, merely efficient. You live without ever knowing a parent, and you die never knowing a child. Yet your life has echoed across the trees in countless invisible lines of inheritance. Each spring, your song returns. A fluted coo carried on the wind, both announcement and invitation. Each autumn, your wings carry you thousands of kilometers to warmer skies. You navigate with no map, only a magnetic sense written into your cells. No one taught you, yet you find your way. Your feathers age, your dives grow slower. One day, a hawk might catch you mid-flight, or your heart might simply stop under the African sun. There will be no grave, no grieving. But a chick, somewhere in another nest, will already be pushing eggs over the edge. A young cuckoo with your beak, your hunger, your instinct to leave. You were a mystery even to yourself. Born a stranger, raised by others, bonded to no one. But the forest knows your kind. The trees recognize your call. The warblers remember your weight, even if they never understood it. And so the cycle turns. Some species raise, others deceive. Some give everything to their young. You gave only your beginning. And sometimes, that's enough. The sun dips below the trees. A soft breeze rustles the reeds. A single note echoes across the dusk. See, Cuckoo, you are gone. But your story has already begun again.